How about another song?
Yeah, absolutely. This is another one off my record. This is called Driving. I always know when she's drinking to forget. Her breath stained with regret. White wine, trash TV shows. I always know when she passes out. Her lungs catch heavy and loud. Tuck the blanket under her chin. Put it bed and then I go driving to the dusty side of town. I go driving past the factory shuttered down. And I keep telling myself I gotta get out of this house. Then I always turn the car around. Turn the car around. Turn the car around. I never know what version of him I'll get when I'm walking, counting steps on the hardwood floors. My stomach twists, the kitchen buzzes hot as he yells about the things I'm not, crashing like the pots and pans. Grab my keys again and I go driving to the dusty side of town. I go driving underneath the midnight clouds. And I don't know if I'm ever gonna get out of this house, 'cause I always turn the car around. Turn the car around. Turn the car around.
WNCW and Jobi Riccio in Studio B, Driving from the Whiplash album. That's another one of those songs that reaches into your head and your heart, and you go, I know what she's talking about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and you put it in, you don't dance around it. You put it right out there, relatable to, everyone, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Just,
yeah.
That's a skill. Being able to just put that right out there and have people hanging on it going, I know, she's so right. That's got to be satisfying for you.
Yeah, I think that relatability is really important to me. The songs that I love the most are songs I see myself in and that I relate to and really touch me personally. And I don't think everybody consumes music that way, but I certainly have in the past. And I think that connecting with people is really important to me. And that community music kind of thing is all about connecting with people. And I feel like that's what drew me into bluegrass and folk at a young age, was like, wow, there's people of all ages doing this, and they're all so supportive of each other, and we're just having fun and sitting around in a circle playing. And it just, yeah, just being with other people and connecting with other people and being seen by them and them seeing you is a true human gift.
I think that's part of the magic of a successful songwriter and singer is you make the listener feels like you get them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Totally. No, totally.
And yet it's more than just that energy that is back and forth between performer and audience. You know, when a listener feels like this singer, this songwriter knows exactly how I feel, or had something exactly. You know, I had something like that happen to me. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a connection. Yeah. And let me ask you this on that song, Driving. How did you? Where does Dusty Side of Town come from? Notice that in the lyrics.
That's interesting. No one's ever asked me about that before.
It just caught me when I was listening to you, and I thought that's an interesting way to describe it.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about a part of town that's abandoned. The factory is closed down. There's a lot of, dirt roads and like kind of
everything's dirty.
Everything's just been sitting for a while. I was really inspired by The River by Bruce Springsteen, that whole album and the way that he captures little bits of life. And I definitely was thinking about some of the images that he uses and some images from my own life and places I've been. And I just wanted to capture that feeling of abandonment and neglect in the place that the speaker is placed and is also feeling in themselves because of the need to escape and drive away, and you're being pulled back into that. And
honestly, the way you put it, I got the connotation, but I was just interested in how you came to that, chose that as the lyric, or the adjective for the side. I've heard sides of town described a bunch of ways, in a bunch of songs over the years, but that just caught my attention for some reason. See?
That's
another
cool.
great skill of songwriting.
Yeah. I'm always looking for a new way to say something, try to not use tropes, even though there's actually nothing wrong with it, and people write beautiful music with lines you've heard a million times. I had a songwriting mentor of mine, John Randall, who's a Nashville-based songwriter. Yeah, he's a total musical powerhouse, both in the bluegrass world, country world, everything. And he said to me when I was 17, good country songwriting and good songwriting in general is finding a way to turn a phrase and a unique way to say something that is universal in a way that no one's ever heard it before.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about John Prine, I think he's the master of that.
Had to be.
And yeah, that definitely is something I aim for when I write.